In this video, I want to talk about how to make multiple calendars. Why would you want to have multiple calendars? Well, there's lots of reasons, frankly. You could have calendars for lots of things. So if I go to my Google, I'm in Gmail here, of course, I'll click on calendar, and I only have one calendar select. Actually, no, it's not true. I have several calendars. All right, I've got the blue calendar, and I've got the sort of orangey calendar, I think I'd call it. The blue calendar is my school calendar, and the orangey is sort of my business calendar. So I got two things going on at the same time. You can have a personal calendar. You could have a calendar for just your students. You could actually have somebody else's calendar. So for example, I have this person here, Elizabeth's calendar. If I click on her calendar, I can actually, she has some events that kind of pop up as well. And I might change the color of her calendar to green so that I can see her colors. I see I had clicked right there. And so I can see several calendars. I can even click on the LTC Computer Lab calendar and I can see what's going on with that at the same time. So you can see I can have all kinds of calendars overlapping on top of my calendars. I can turn them on or off if I want them by just clicking over here on the left. And so I can see the calendars. And again, you can create as many calendars as you think is legitimately what you want to do. I mean, it's up to you how many calendars you want to add. So why? That's, yeah. Each calendar works the same way. It's just, do you want to have an extra bar with additional calendars? So probably you got familiar with Gmail. Kind of a key button to be pushing when you're in the Google world is this little gear in the upper right hand corner. This little gear gives you all the calendar settings. So if you click on that once, you'll see I've got a lot of calendar settings, and here are all a bunch of things to kind of monkey with. I would look at it. If you want to show some weather based on your location, heck, that's pretty cool. I think I will do that. Yeah, Fahrenheit, there we go. I can have alternate calendar. I can have an image URL, so if there's a picture that I want to add to the back of it. So really take a look at all these options. Well, the thing I wanted to show you is if I click on calendars, yes, I do want to save my changes, I can see the different calendars. I've got the John Bergman calendar, that's the main one. I've got all these other calendars right here. And so I can add a calendar. So somewhere here is an opportunity for me to add a calendar. Oh, create a new calendar right here. So if I click on create a new calendar, I can, let's call this, let's say this is my class calendar. So maybe if I'm a teacher, and this is for Mr. Bergman's third grade class. I don't teach third grade, but, you know, just for fun. Let's pretend I do. And this is at the Joseph Sears Schools, whatever you want to do. Important that you pick the Central Time Zone. I'd watch that. Make this calendar. Oh, now this is kind of cool. Share your calendar with others. In this case, do I want to share this calendar with others? That's a good question. Everyone in the organization. Okay, now I have options. I can say see all events and details. So if I want everybody in Kenilworth to see this, or maybe I want to just make it public. Now I don't. I see them event details. So now I made a calendar that's going to be public to the world. Let's say that's what I want to do. I can actually then put it on school wires. I can then share it with specific persons. So let's say I want to share it with Elizabeth Labrie. So I want to share it with her, but I'm going to give her more than just the ability to see it. I want her to make changes and manage sharing. I want her to have a lot of control of this particular calendar. And then I can say create this calendar. Now I'm going to delete her off this list. Remove. So she doesn't have that. Okay. So and I click create a calendar. And when I create the calendar, I'm about to make it public. Is that okay? Yes, I'm okay with it. All right. And now I have, somewhere over here, I have the calendar. Here it is called the class calendar. Now I don't have any events on the class calendar. Now note I've got all these calendars. By the way, why am I seeing stuff here? Because that's my other calendars. So let me kind of turn them off. I can turn off the John Bergman calendar and the John. Now I have a blank calendar. If I click on the class calendar, I may want to change its color so it kind of stands out. I can add out events, and I can say here on let's say on Tuesday at 9 p.m. I can say that the big project is due. And now this is going to, depending on how I post this, it's going to, now what did it do? You know what it did? At this event. This is a common mistake, and I did it myself. It asked which calendar do I want to put it on, and I just typed it in, and it default is the John Bergman calendar, but I want to put it on the class calendar. Do you see that? I have lots of calendars I can put it on. So I put it on that one, and I click save. Now it's going to be in the appropriate color. It's in the right calendar. Now it's going to be visible to the world. Now, what do you mean visible to the world? All right, when you go into these calendars, you see those little arrows right here? If you click on those, we can play around with these settings, the calendar settings of this calendar. Okay, this is how you set up multiple events on a calendar, or multiple calendars, pardon me. I'm going to say cancel on that, and then you can have multiple calendars.